2025 Triumph Tiger Sport 800 First Ride. Time moves forward, technology advances, and motorcycles evolve to match the changing demands of riders. This likely explains the growing trend among manufacturers to equip their crossover and adventure bikes with 17-inch wheels at both ends. BMW set the pace with the S1000XR and later reinforced it with the M1000XR. Ducati followed suit with the Multistrada V4 Pikes Peak and, more recently, the Multistrada V4 RS. With these changes, the crossover category took on a new identity, one centered entirely on asphalt, leaving dirt and desert behind. To be fair, BMW never marketed the XR as anything other than a sport tourer with added ground clearance. Now, Triumph is the latest to join the 17-inch club with its all-new Tiger 800. Despite bearing the rugged styling of its adventure-ready predecessors, this Tiger is purpose-built for devouring highway miles and carving up winding roads. Triumph's vision for the 800 is to merge the comfort, durability, and ride quality of an adventure bike with the agility of a sport bike. At least, that's the theory. The company calls it a seamless blend of high-performance sportiness and exceptional touring capability, a claim reinforced by its adventure-style design paired with road-focused 17-inch wheels. One 2070s 17 front, one 8055s 17 rear. There's no mention of off-road prowess, nor will you find rally or off-road riding modes, because they simply don't exist on this model. While the steel tube perimeter frame, styling, and wheels are borrowed from the Tiger Sport 660, the heart of the new Tiger 800 is its fresh 798 cubic centimeters DOHC inline triple. Likely to serve as the foundation for future Triumph models, this engine delivers a claimed 113 horsepower at 10,750 RPM, roughly 30 horsepower more than the 888 cubic centimeters triple in the Tiger 850 Sport, along with 61.9 pound-ft of torque at 8,500 RPM. Though peak torque is only slightly higher than the outgoing model, service intervals now extend 4,000 miles longer, reaching 10,000 miles. The Tiger 800 comes equipped with fully adjustable Showa suspension. Compression and rebound damping can be fine-tuned separately in the front fork legs, while the rear offers easy access preload and rebound adjustment. Both ends provide 150 millimeters, 5.9 inches of travel. Braking duties are handled by dual 310 millimeters discs with 4 piston calipers up front, while the rear features a 255 millimeters disc with a single piston caliper. Riders can choose from 3 riding modes: Sport, Road, and Rain, complemented by lean-sensitive traction control and ABS. Standard features include an adjustable windscreen, a shift assist quickshifter, and cruise control, all impressive additions for a bike priced at a highly competitive $12,495. A road-focused adventure. Swapping out the traditional 19-inch front wheel found on the 850 Sport and 900 GT for a 17-inch setup gives the Tiger 800 sportier, more road-oriented character. It retains the approachable nature of the 850, but adds a sharper edge. Instead of fitting neatly into the adventure bike category alongside BMW's F900 GS or Ducati's Multistrada V2, the 800 feels more at home alongside the aggressive KTM 890 SMT and Yamaha's versatile Tracer 900. Bathed in the soft glow of the early morning Portuguese sun, the Tiger 800 exuded premium fit and finish. Sitting down on the non-adjustable 32.9-inch seat, the view was clean and uncluttered. The riding position maintains an adventure-style stance, upright and well-balanced, placing the rider within the bike rather than perched on top. A 5-inch TFT color dash, featuring my Triumph connectivity, is intuitive and easy to navigate. The handlebars sit closer than expected, and in keeping with the bike's road-focused intent, they're not particularly wide. The adjustable brake lever span, smooth low-speed performance of the standard shift assist quickshifter, and precise fueling, especially in rain and road modes, further enhance the riding experience. For shorter riders like myself, at 5'7", the Tiger 800 proves remarkably manageable. Despite its large presence in photos, the bike's design allows the rider to sit low in the frame, making it easy to plant both feet securely on the ground. At slow speeds, it remains composed and confidence-inspiring, reinforcing its reputation as a well-balanced, road-focused machine. There's nothing intimidating, too tall, or overly complicated here. That dash and switch gear may be a little basic compared to, say, the high-tech Multistrada V2, and there are only 3 riding modes to play with, but that will suit some folks just fine. Roads on our test route were damp in the morning session, making rain the mode of choice. However, the fueling is so smooth and the torque curve so helpfully flat in road mode. The wet setting simply isn't really needed. The OE Michelin Road 5 tires combined with light steering and a sweetly balanced chassis gives all the traction and feel necessary for an enjoyable ride. I could only provoke the traction control by deliberately accelerating over white lines or slippery manhole covers. It's a dawdle to change modes on the move too, though the Dash's one major failing is that it's not clear which mode you're in once it's selected. Handling. Like the Tiger Sport 660, the 800 has 17-inch front wheel, wider road rubber, and road bias geometry bring light, accurate steering, and there's none of the slightly top-heavy feel experienced on some older Tigers like the 1050 Sport. On twisty roads, the 800S claimed 471 pounds seem to disappear, making it as effortless to point at an apex and generally hustle through a set of SEs. It's as flickable and fun as its smaller 660 stablemate, but the chassis has more refinement and control. With less suspension travel, 150mm per 5.9 inches, than a typical 19-inch adventure machine, there's enough weight transfer under braking to load and work the tire without excessive dive. Ground clearance is excellent for this type of bike too, and only heavier riders or those riding 2-up with luggage may want to add some spring preload to the rear shock. Engine character. We all know Triumph triples can sound great, and there's a delightful grumble and mutter from the exhaust as the 800 moves through traffic. As the revs rise, it becomes an even angrier rasp that blends with an induction roar and urges you to press on. The new 12-valve triple blends an appetite for revs with a flat torque curve, making for a smooth, linear power delivery that drives the 800 with real urgency. It will happily rev past 10,750 RPM to the limiter at 11,500 RPM if you're riding hot with the Sport Bike Brigade, but such is the punch of the mid-range. There's no real need but rev beyond 8,500 RPM, apart from enjoying an earful of that rasping exhaust. In sport mode, the throttle response is sharper but not aggressive, while the rider aids take more of a back seat. The traction control works as an anti-wheelie and is relatively smooth when it kicks in. The front wheel will hover over crests or when accelerating hard in the first 2 gears. TC can only be switched off at a standstill. Brakes. The brakes may lack the Brembo bling of some of the Italian competition, but are more than capable.